Good morning, parents. I'm very excited about this Thursday, meeting everyone at parent-teacher conferences. And to prepare for that, I'd like to go through a little bit more information about what we do with our goal-setting folders. Now, this is our goal-setting board in the back, and it shows our student grades, and this is as a class. This is not individual grades. And again, once more, just to let you see what the correlation is between having students and parents signed up on Edline and rate of achievement in class. And you can see that the greater the number of people signed up on Edline, both parent and student, the higher the grade is for the student. Okay, now at the beginning of the year, we set up our goals, and these are posted on our refrigerators in the back on both sides of the walls. And these were general goals for students, primarily having to do with graphing, graph interpretation, plotting of graphs, and goals they were setting up along those lines. But what I do is something a little bit different. Having been a doctor in private practice for many years, I came to learn the importance of goal setting, prioritization, time management. And what I've tried to do is I've tried to pass those ideas and concepts onto our students to let them understand how important it is to set goals and to let those goals drive our success and our achievement in class. What I've done here is I have pulled out two of our goal-setting folders. These are just random goal-setting folders that I pulled out. And as you know, every Monday the students will be bringing and have been bringing in a progress report. And the progress report gives them an idea of how they're doing in each category, and not just in each category, but it does give them their overall grade as well. So what they do is when they come in on Monday morning, we take a few minutes and they're going to take out their folders. Now their folders are over here on the other side of the room. So these folders are all their goal setting, and they are passed out. Oh, there's the no-name box. So when you come, you might be able to see some of the work that is missing, but just doesn't have a name on it. But these are our goal-setting boxes. So when the students come in, we have 2 or 3 students pass out the folders to the students, and what they'll do is they will take out their goal-setting sheet, the graph, and they will take their overall average from here. And what they're going to do at that point is they're going to plot some data. So they'll come down to whatever the week may be. This recent week was week 12. And they will come up and they will plot an X for their actual grade. They will move on to the next week, which is week 13, and put a circle. And that will indicate what their goal is going to be for the next week. The reason I have them do this, there's a few reasons, but I want them to understand how important it is to keep an eye on your grade from week to week. Setting goals is all well and good, but unless you maintain those goals and keep an eye on them and see what they're doing from time to time, especially on a daily basis, they should be looking up on Edline every time their grade changes with a homework, a quiz, or a test. But every week to be able to set those goals and then to see how you are what we call trending. Now this student here is trending pretty well, and you will see that most of the students in class do trend pretty well. Beginning of the year usually starts out a little bit low, first couple of grades, only because there's not that many grades, it starts out low. And we start to pick up. And what the students are able to do is as they put their grade in here, and they set their goal for the following week, they're able to either see if they're going to meet their goal, go above their goal, or not meet the goal. Now in a case like this student had been progressively coming up over a course of time, and so he or she was setting the goals even higher each week. So each week they set the goal higher, and so they would shoot for a higher number. So at this point, their last grade was about an 82, and so they're setting their goal up here at about 85, which is what we would call a SMART goal. And a SMART goal, again, is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Now, these are not goals, but this is how we set our goals. They have to be done within a timely fashion. They have to be done specifically. It has to be a specific number or a specific goal. They have to be measurable, has to be quantified. Attainable, they have to be able to obtain them, and they also have to be fairly realistic based on what their achievement is to that point. So what you're going to be doing when you come in Thursday evening, you're going to be given this folder out in the hallway. You're going to have time to view it. You're going to have time to see how your son or daughter is progressing, and then we'll come in and we'll take the 3 minutes. Let's go over to this student over here. Now, this is an interesting one because I see that they started out a little bit higher than the other student, but then they started to drop down. But what they did was they maintained their goals, this is a realistic goal because it's not all that far out. They're only a few points up. But now what they have to do, and what's important, and I want you to understand what happens with the goal-setting sheet and the graph versus our progress report. Now, the progress report, at this point, what they would want to do, they would want to take a look at these lower grades and these weeks and come over and see what areas really need improvement, whether it be tests, labs, projects, quizzes, homework, classwork, any other category, and see where they may be coming up short. So in this case, you can see that the overall average is about an 80, and each one of the categories is somewhere about an 80. So really what they need to do is, overall, they need to push a little more in each one of these categories: tests, quizzes, homeworks, classwork, participation. Now this student over here, even though they're on the rise, let's take a look at their categories to see how they're doing. So you can see with, zoom in a little bit, tests, they're doing about an 82. Quizzes and labs at about a 55. So this is where they may want to put a little more effort in to bring this number up a little bit higher and a little bit quicker. They're doing pretty good on the homework, 85. Classwork participation, 100%. And the completed work average is about an 85. So their one short area is quizzes, and I think they could probably do a little more work in that area. So I hope this gives you an idea of what we're doing with the goal setting sheets, what's going to be happening on Thursday. And I also want to let you know that on Thursday, we only have 3 minutes. So I want you to look at this carefully while you're out in the hallway waiting to come in. If you need to speak to me one-on-one, we can always set up another appointment for another day, or I can speak to you on the phone, whatever is more convenient for you. And again, sign up on Edline because that is going to make all the difference in the world. Thank you so much, and we'll hope to see you Thursday.